What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to JOW for our technically second live stream. I am Thomas, as always with Tarek, and finally Austin is back from the dead to grace us with his presence for, I believe we're doing Money in the Bank tonight, and pretty much whatever comes to mind. So, welcome. How are you guys doing?
I'm hanging in there, man.
I'm pretty good.
I was say, how the fuck are you? How's
How's Alabama life?
Slow. Not much going on.
That's everywhere now. It's just boring as hell. But just kind of throw it out there. You guys been keeping up with wrestling at all? Because I really haven't, to be honest.
I haven't been paying a lot of attention other than some laughable headlines with some of the unfortunate releases. I thought the most laughable one was Cain Velasquez getting released. That wasn't a big shocker. What the hell took him so long?
Yeah, that was.
Any of you guys catch that one? Anybody?
I said I caught it. I found it pretty fucking funny. Guy got dicked over because when he was doing like AAA, he actually was pretty over. It's just they signed him when he clearly needed surgery and still threw him a match with fucking Brock Lesnar of all people. And then made it.
That was just bad. That was just a bad idea from day one.
And then made it like.
And that's not his fault either. That was just terrible.
No, it's not his fault. It's just Vince trying to get a quick money match in. And again, he fucked over Kofi Kingston's reign for that match. So
They don't give a fuck. That's long and gone.
well, that was worth it. But whatever. Did you hear about Kane going, Austin?
Yeah.
Tell me how funny you find that one.
Don't give a shit.
Don't really care.
Yep.
I hate to say it, his run was like a fart in the wind. It was easily forgettable.
Yeah. Well, honestly, we should cover because me and Tarek went in pretty deep on the releases. At least I know I went the fuck off. Tarek kind of went off too. We didn't really get the chance to catch your opinion on the releases. I don't remember the list. At least the main roster talent. I know Kurt Angle was in it, Rusev, Gallows and Anderson, Primo Epico, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, I believe Mike Chioda, Mike and Maria Kanellis, EC3. Pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody. Rowan for sure. Sarah Logan.
Which technically she's kind of like 50-50 right now, from what I understand.
I know they're trying to bring her back soon, but
that's no guarantee.
I know as of right now she hasn't come back yet, but yeah, they're all gone. I'm trying to get your opinion on that.
Mandy gone too? Isn't Mandy gone?
Mandy Rose?
No. Rose?
Yeah.
No, she's still in.
The writer that did the storyline for him and Otis is the one that got.
I saw something where she was gone because she had an injury or something like that.
No, she's still in. First seeing somebody was injured. Well, I know right now Kevin Owens is injured. That's why he hasn't been on since Mania. When he did that big dive off the side, he fucked up his ankle.
He didn't fucking die.
If Mick Foley didn't die, I think he'll be okay.
Mick Foley's a whole different animal.
Yeah. But I was gonna get your opinion on the releases before we get into like Money in the Bank and all that. See if you were. So I'm pretty pissed off about it because they didn't need to do all that, but. See what you thought of the whole thing, Austin.
Oh well, I don't know if there's any really bad decisions in there. There's a few that probably could have stayed, I guess.
But not them dying like some of their talent. Like I know, like Primo and Epico. Like I don't even know how the fuck I thought they got released like years ago.
Everybody thought that.
But yeah, whenever one of them got suspended for the wellness violation last year, we're like, what the fuck? He's still employed.
Yeah.
But like some of them, like Gallows and Anderson, they literally main evented right now at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oop, they're gone.
Yeah, and they had like big money contracts. I blame WWE, and yeah, maybe some of them. Like if this wasn't like the times that we're in now, I wouldn't care that much. I honestly good for them because they go patchers new and have opportunities. The problem is they don't have opportunities. because nobody's doing shows.
True. Very true.
It was a dick move overall.
It was a dick move, especially if you know the thing too is they have $500 million in the reserve, and they could have paid everybody on that list, including all the people that didn't even announce. Like they didn't announce any of the NXT talent that got released. They didn't announce any of the backstage people that got released or furloughed. They cut a lot of people out, and that money they had.
Oh, speaking of that, speaking of like all the backstage stuff, did y'all see where WWE got on what's her name? Dean Ambrose's wife.
Oh, Renee
They
Young.
got on
Yeah.
her ass because he showed up backstage.
Yeah, I heard she's like in the doghouse right now. Actually,
Oh yeah, they're fucking pissed.
They're mad.
For anyone,
don't you find it real funny though that all this started because they didn't want these guys to go to AEW, so they signed all these people and paid them all this stupid money that probably wasn't necessary. And now they go, oh shit, we got too many people and too much money tied up. We got to let them all go.
oh yeah, this is bullshit. So that's for anyone.
I'd like to see her go to AEW, but I don't know. She's been pretty loyal to WWE, and they've given her a lot of opportunities that most women probably wouldn't have never gotten. And
Well,
especially that she's not an in-ring performer either.
Well, depending on how much shit they're putting her in for something that's not in her control. Apparently, for people to explain what happened is WWE backstage for the last like month, they just been doing like Skype or Discord calls, kind of like what we're doing, and I guess they were doing something talking about some kind of segment, and Renee Young's on webcam, and then Moxley comes out of nowhere with their fucking dog, I guess to scare her. Up to what we know, he didn't realize that she was doing the show, and so he scared her. She kind of shooed him off, saying "I'm working," and then everybody there thought it was fucking hilarious. I think it was Booker T and Xavier Woods. They thought it was funny as hell, but
So you're saying the company lost their shit over
bad
something?
company lost their shit because because again he was AEW World Champion at that point, showing up on their show, so they're fucking pissed.
These guys are just really fucking just spiteful bastards, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
I mean, is that really necessary?
Well, again, like it's not like oh well, I know that their thinking is oh like she knew about it, it's her fault, blah blah blah. I don't believe that kind of shit.
That company really is just nosediving one day at a time.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious though. That's
Well, not for her.
not for her at all. Like, and it's petty as hell. Like, get over it. Like,
I mean, she's the only backstage person that has any personality. I mean, all the other ones like Charlie Caruso, all the other ones are just kind of like bland. Like, meh.
yeah. I loved
They make the
Renee.
interviews so awkward.
I still-
Make the interviews so awkward back then.
Yeah, I loved Renee when she was a backstage interviewer, and I love her doing the backstage. I was not. People don't like this either. I was not the biggest fan of her commentary.
I'm surprised they didn't give her opportunity to do it. Like, you
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
all
I mean,
see women on
give
the
her
tables
give her
like it's
props,
like,
she did it.
wrestler Fitting into a spot.
Yeah, no, I give her props. She did it,
Yeah.
but it's. I don't know. Maybe it's just because her and Cole together. I wasn't really a big fan.
Fucking Michael Cole, man. Michael Cole was just
Like,
a whole. Yeah, it was just.
like she would have kicked ass on NXT commentary. And honestly, even like Michael Cole does really well in NXT commentary. It's just when you have fucking Vince and Kevin Dunn in your ear all the time, it's
That's a
miserable.
rabbit tooth motherfucker.
It's miserable. I mean, even someone like Corey Graves, like he was literally commentator of the fucking like best commentator of like the last 5 years in NXT, and like Nigel McGuinness and all that, and then they do main
Like-
roster shit, and then it's pitiful.
Like Michael Cole and Byron Saxton are probably the two most boring fucking commentators ever.
Mhm. They're
Like hell, even JBL started getting old after a while.
like they're fucking dick riding Byron Saxton right now. Like he's been getting a lot of. He's been, as I said, he's been on like every show. I know he's been on NXT. I know he's been on Raw. I know he had that thing with Stone Cold.
Didn't he have like a temporary like in ring like performance and he just wasn't that good in the ring?
He was at NXT for something. I don't know if he suffered injuries he just they weren't a fan of him and they just put him on commentary. I really don't remember.
I never seen him wrestle, but if this wrestling as bad as his fucking commentary, holy shit, maybe I got a shot then.
Well, I know Corey Graves used to wrestle. He actually used to be tag team
Oh, yeah.
partners with Neville, and then he got injured.
He got hurt. He got injured, and I think he basically had to retire. Basically.
Yeah, it was concussions. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much the same
But
thing
it
as.
became a job in commentary anyway.
He does pretty damn good at it. It's just the last. I haven't really been a big fan of him. Because like it's a difference between like a heel commentator that makes like has justifiable reasons. Like half the shit he has like on SmackDown when he's having his dick hard for fucking Corbin. It's just I ain't a big fan of it. Because not just even being like in NXT, he wasn't just supporting the heel for the fact that they were a heel. It was
Right.
yeah, he was justified to be like, hey, I don't like him, but he's one of the best athletes in the business. Like his commentary with fucking like Andrade Almas and then Bobby Roode when he was NXT champion, he killed it. But he still fucking has his dick hard for Corbin when he's literally lost like every match since like fucking the Royal Rumble. So I don't know. But we really steered off topic there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Moving on, that is.
I guess we can well, do you want to get into the book a little bit, Tarek, or do you just want to
I was talking to you earlier about reading the Ring of Hell book about the fall of pro wrestling and Chris Benoit. Because you guys remember watching the Dark Side of the Ring, right? On the Benoit special.
Yeah, that is.
You remember that guy? You remember the guy that talked about Benoit, how he basically took himself out? That was the author of the book. So I looked up the book, and I never knew it even existed. It must have flown to my radar. But if you want to read it, you basically had to go to Amazon. And it cost $120 for this book because it's out of print. I said, "Fuck that." I go on eBay, same deal. I think I found one for like $40. So I still didn't want to pull the trigger. So I went on Internet Archive and found an online library you can read. You had 2 weeks to borrow it and read it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. So it was about 350 plus pages. I read it in about a week and a half. So without dragging this out, basically a lot of information is nothing that we hadn't heard before. A lot of it wasn't really all about Benoit. It was also about Eddie. It was about Dynamite Kid. It covered a lot of like the shit that happened like in the Attitude Era, like with Owen Hart. I mean, British Bulldog. A lot of guys that were like in the Indies that were close to Benoit that passed on. It touched a lot of things I can't remember off the top of my head. But basically, in a nutshell, is that I feel bad in a way because the guy loved wrestling and he died for it. I mean, he put everything he had into it, but it was also his demise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we learned things like he started juicing at like 18, which is like really, really bad because you're still growing. Like if you're going to touch, enhancement drugs, you probably should wait till you're about 25 plus to start messing with that stuff. So Benoit was heavily chemically just enhanced and alcohol, the whole 9 yards. Like even Nancy apparently had like a drug and alcohol problem prior to everything that happened. On top of that, nothing else really shocking. Talks about like the backstage politics. There's a lot of close sourcing to the book about the angle when Vince, pretended to blow himself up and died. Remember that? You guys remember that angle when Vince blew himself up and then?
Yeah, because it was literally like a week later, fucking Benoit died. Legit.
Yeah, Vince had to come back from the dead.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they were gonna post that shit on fucking the news sources and everything and actually make this thing believable.
They were gonna try to bring out kayfabe like he actually legit died, like worldwide. That's disgusting that they like not even like related to the Benoit thing. That is really no one really ever touched how like fucking disgusting that is to literally just milk an actual like a death, which is like that shit happens every day and traumatizes people every day. And
Benoit basically should have walked away when he had the chance, but his mind obviously was just torn and tattered from years of concussions, and the drug use probably didn't help because you could tell he was just. If you go back to WrestleMania 20, you can tell he was just heavily swollen in that match. Like his biceps and everything was swollen. You could tell he took an extra dosage that night.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell he was roided out. You can tell he was.
And you could tell he was roided out
from injuries. He needed to take a break.
For like 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
You tell he definitely tell you he was roided. You can definitely tell that he had nagging injuries. You can tell that he was.
He looked like he aged.
Fucking emotionally traumatized by what happened to Eddie.
Well, no, Eddie wasn't dead yet. This is like this
Well,
is
I know WrestleMania 20. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, he looked bad. But I'm just talking about like after Eddie died, he should have went away for a while. Like,
him and Nancy both had their share of problems, man. Like they both were coping with drugs and alcohol. I think they said Nancy was like on hydrocodone, like going through just hundreds of pills. At so much.
yeah.
They both were pill heads and base alcoholics. I hate to say it,
No.
but one segment that's stuck in my mind, and I don't know how true it is, but after WrestleMania 20, with Benoit and Guerrero in the ring having their storybook ending, apparently, from what I read backstage, Stephanie McMahon had a disgusted look on her face during that segment backstage, and basically told somebody this isn't going to last very long. She basically said that no man is going to look up to Benoit, and no woman's going to want to fuck Benoit because he's not a Shawn Michaels. So basically, what I got, no matter how much work he put into it, no matter how much he just gave it his all and lassoed the moon if he could, they didn't want Benoit to succeed because he was too small, and yeah, he had bad mic skills, no doubt, but he could deliver in the ring. Let's be honest.
Shawn Michaels was a sexy boy.
Yeah, he was, but apparently Stephanie McMahon didn't see that in Benoit.
Two things with that statement. Number one, she said Shawn Michaels, not Triple H, who she was definitely married to at the time. So, Hunter boy, you better watch the fuck out, my friend.
Oh yeah.
She's been banging Shawn this whole time.
Well, first it was supposed as Macho Man. Remember that?
Oh, that shit was dark. I was like saying like they were doing it. It was like, no, they were saying like they were doing it when she was like fucking like 15 or 16.
Try 14, bro.
With Macho Man?
Yeah,
That's been a rumor.
that was the rumor.
Like, God knows how long.
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's never been confirmed. It's never been confirmed.
yeah, that's but number.
I can see him right now. Oh yeah, come here, little girl. Oh yeah.
But number two, there's a bias. Well, especially still at that time, because that was like ruthless aggression era. Number one, it's if you were not homegrown WWE guy, like they had the dick hard for Cena because he had personality, he had the look, and he was homegrown. It's been a constant thing. Like literally, the only exception that someone has actually done any kind of success after being in like the big indies is like AJ Styles. I guess you can count down to Bryan, but Ring of Honor wasn't like crazy big at the time when he came in. But because you had a guy that was WCW, which they just bought him out a couple of years ago, so the wound was still kind of fresh, at least in their eyes, considering they had the fucking Sting and Triple H match at WrestleMania 31 and had the NWO come out and all fucking WCW get buried again when it's been like legit fucking how many fucking years, like 15, 16 years. They still had to hit it one more time.
I don't know, man. Actually, also that book a lot of that book was discussed heavily about the backstage politics between Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and Eric Bischoff, and how much WCW was just a misery to work for.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty well documented at this point.
Which I won't get into all that right now, but
Yeah.
basically, the majority of that book was all about Benoit's treatment in WCW, and Guerrero. Like all those guys were just not taken serious. They're basically like high school nerds.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to have those details, but at least because I didn't read the book, so I might be totally wrong. But it just sounds like they didn't really get into details about like until like the end about what happened, because they pretty much said like the demise of Chris Benoit and like why he's like that's kind of what the title of the book kind of is. It's kind of like almost like a clickbait because it doesn't really get into that much. It really just gets behind like
it bounces around a lot, and like I said, I don't know if I'd pay $100, which that's $40. I mean, that's overkill. I mean, maybe if I was going to collect it, maybe I would say if you're going to a hardcore collector. But my God.
But I mean, if anyone really wants to read it, you can just go in Internet Archives. You could rent it. By the way, did you return that? Because they seem like they want to fucking harvest your soul if you don't return that.
Yes,
shit.
I did, sir. I immediately hit that. I didn't even read the fucking ending credits. I hit the fucking button immediately.
Because they have like a fucking like a countdown. Like you better fucking like what happens on zero.
I don't know. They don't have my card on file. What we can do? Ban me from running a book on the internet. Not even a physical copy. It's yours. You have to keep it for eternity.
Dude, like the libraries don't fuck around. I've heard of people like accidentally forget about a book and hold it for like 10 years, and they go to bring it back, and they're fucking like arresting them for stealing.
Yeah,
the-
they have like fucking like interest charges for like the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, it's like yeah, you owe us,
$500.
yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like $1,000 for a fucking $5 book.
You owe us $1,000 on grenades and ham, by the way. What the fuck? Oh, this is mine. Oh my god, I hate to see what I owe on Horton Hears a Who.
But at least in my opinion, again, I didn't read the book. Based off
I
of
mean,
what,
it's worth the read, but I mean, really, the information is nothing. That's you hadn't heard from the documentaries and interviews. The only thing, there's a couple things you might read in there, obviously, that you've never heard before, because there's a lot of external resources.
mhm.
I mean, it talks supposedly after Benoit murdered Nancy, him and Danny went for a swim in the pool like the next morning while she's upstairs dead, running away. Supposedly, I don't know how true that is.
Wait, who was in the? He was swimming in the pool the next day.
Yeah, him and Daniel were as she's upstairs like rotting away, decomposing.
That's they already debunked that. He killed Nancy at night, and then literally the next morning he woke up and just. I don't want
What
to.
I find really disturbing, and it's nothing new. The simple fact that he was contemplating and going to
Oh yeah, I know that's well documented because he was looking at because it's a whole other day, and I know when he talked to Chavo and God, who was the other person? I can't believe I'm fucking forgetting this. Dean Malenko.
Chavo. It was Chavo and somebody. No, it was the referee, Scott. I can't remember his name.
Scott Armstrong was it? No.
Yeah, Scott Armstrong.
Was it Scott Armstrong? Yeah.
Him and Chavo were in the same car.
Yeah, and they were like, he was debating, like, oh yeah, they're sick.
Even Scott got the text too from Benoit.
Yeah, because the first time like, oh yeah, they're sick. I'm gonna try to get to the show though, and they were like,
My
that's
question: what was he gonna do? Try to? He wasn't gonna get away with that very long. He was gonna get caught if he. Had he.
oh, he was like
there's no way
caught.
he would've got away with it.
He would have wrestled the show, but probably by the next day he would have got busted, which would have like at least for the state of professional wrestling, it's a terrible thing he did. But if he didn't end it and went to that show, and then he was scheduled to win the title that night.
Yeah, from CM Punk. Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was for the vacant title because I think Vince just vacated it.
Well, the title was vacated.
It was vacated, yeah.
It's a vacated title. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then it was
That
going
was,
to be
that was such a blur for me, honestly.
it was going to be Benoit versus Punk, which Benoit was going to win, and then they threw Nitro in, which then I figured they were going to have CM Punk win, but then they didn't, which is
I'll be honest, man. That whole weekend was just
Oh,
a blur.
yeah,
I mean,
but,
I don't know
like,
much of that. Like
just-
that whole pay per view was like an afterthought.
but like, I mean, Jericho was right in the thing. I know we went into Dark Side a lot, but in the documentary, he pretty much said he almost killed pro wrestling. If
He did. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, Benoit almost killed pro wrestling, but God forbid, after he killed his son and his son and his wife, if he went to that show, won the fucking title, and then probably by Monday would have gotten busted, we literally would not be talking about wrestling right now. Like WWE would be fucking gone.
I've been for the better, honestly, the way their shit product is nowadays.
It's a little dark, but
Hey, man, I'm just calling how I see it.
yeah, that would have been catastrophic.
But at the same time, that's the reason why the product is so corny and shitty, because of that one incident, 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, they literally just, which again, like as bad as the story product is, they've proven they can do good stories. Like we don't need fucking like I watched a list of some of like the worst injuries live, and like one of them was The Rock hitting whenever at the Royal Rumble during the I Quit match.
No, with Mankind.
Mankind
Jesus,
getting
that
fucking
was a brutal
handcuffed,
match.
and it was like 10 fucking chair shots to the head, like
I think it was
unprotected.
11. Actually, it was 11. I think I counted.
It might have been 11. I haven't watched it. I don't
Either
watch
way,
the match.
McFoley had a lot of balls.
That is literally like the worst thing. Like that is disgusting to watch. Like that is literally just.
I remember watching it when it actually happened, and I'd say, being that age, I didn't know if I should be disturbed or keep watching at that point in time. But I was a little bit of both.
Oh, like yeah, I cannot go back and watch it now. It's a fucking miracle that Mick's still alive.
Well, how do you think I feel watching that? When it happened. I mean, I was probably about 12 or 13.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking traumatizing to anybody.
Well, I was like shocked and thinking, "There's no way they're actually going to go through with this." And well, they did.
They fucking did it. So, again, like that shit could not fly now, especially how much risk taking there is now. No fucking way. Like so, again, it worked out for the better. People are safer now.
Well, I mean, I'm not against them toning down violence for the safety of them.
Again,
but
well,
at the same time,
again, but
you don't have to be so goddamn corny either. At the same time,
well, again, that just proves that they get shitty writers. That's all it is. 'Cause NXT is like,
bro, they had Freddie Prinze Jr. as a writer.
like it proves they have NXT, and is just to prove you can have PG writing, a PG product, still have good stories. Like a lot of the wrestling isn't like out of this world, like insane, like fucking 730 triple Felix splash fucking moonsaults. It's just good wrestling with a great story.
But yet Vince blames Raw's bad ratings because they don't have Lesnar around. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is. I mean they can't fucking write for anybody besides Brock, then get rid of them. And I know that sounds cruel, especially with the times right now, people losing their jobs. But fuck, man, like they've proven, even the main roster, they can write good stories. Fucking like the Drew story is working.
Dude, they could have cut out two or three big guys that are wasting money and saved almost that entire roster. But cutting people out like Mike Yoda and Gerald Briscoe, that's just petty as hell, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I agree. Well, I'm not like, yeah, I'm still pissed about the releases, but I'm just talking about like storyline wise. They've proven they can do good stories. Kofi last year, the whole Kofi Mania story, that was fucking awesome. Fucking Becky Lynch, but when she was chasing the title, not this past year. 2020, I've not been a fan of Becky really.
Unfortunately, the company is almost like the old WCW mentality. You don't go unless they say you go. It doesn't matter how much crowds you draw and how much you're selling. If they have no say in it, just doesn't swing for them.
Yeah.
They want to control who goes over and who doesn't go over.
Yeah. Actually, I was about to bring this up, and Austin, I don't think because when we talked about Manny, I don't think you were on that podcast.
No, I don't think he was.
Yeah. I don't think I have too many of it, but I just wanted to just one opinion: the Firefly Funhouse match and the Boneyard match. Did you hate it or love it? Because I feel like
the Boneyard match. I don't know if I hated the match itself.
It was unique.
I hated how it turned out because I feel like it was, oh, Undertaker comes back. Whoop-de-doo. We've not seen this for 2 decades. But the Firefly's Funhouse, I mean, I didn't really like it. Didn't really care for it. I'm not gonna say it was bad because it wasn't that bad. But it's not, top.
It was definitely out
greatest
there.
matches ever.
Okay, well, here's my thing.
It was creative. It was out there. So I
It
had to
was
go back and
something
watch it
different,
twice.
that's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't qualify it as a match. I loved it. Like it was, bar none, the best thing for me personally on both shows. Like I love Drew winning, but he needed a crowd. It's same thing with Edge and Orton. Both of those matches needed crowds. But as far as like the no fans thing, that was the best thing on both nights, bar none. Yeah, and I would kind of went to the Mania like review, but yeah, great story. Showed a lot of good scenarios. That good shit line is fucking hilarious. And it's again the great thing is storytelling. So I really liked it, and I hope because I know it'll work for them to hit Bray and Braun in that, which I know we're about to get into that in a second. Because they're about to do Mania prediction, Money in the Bank predictions before we get out of here. But I'll be very interested if they do that again. But I really love the match. The Boneyard match, I wasn't the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
I thought
I honestly didn't mind. I don't know why everybody's still butthurt over that. It was something different. I mean, let's be honest. Taker can't do a live match like he used to. I mean, it probably worked because one, it was pre-taped, and two, there was no live.
Yeah, I agree.
They would have claimed his mistakes.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, it was the best Taker performance. And a
It was
lot.
just that only because they had modified circumstances.
Yeah. Well, it's I don't know, the Boneyard match is just like because they try playing it off as some parts like the Funhouse you knew was like they were playing it off like this is like an illusion. This is just in Cena and Bray's mind. Like problem with that was they're playing it off as kind of real. Him showing up in the car, then Taker on the bike, and then Taker can randomly just have fucking gothic powers, but he's acting like Mark Calloway.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. How
It's
they did
it's
that.
it's a little mixed up, and then he's just fucking completely shitting on. I don't want to say shitting on Goldberg because fuck Goldberg, but you know,
Fuck Goldberg, we ain't going there.
Where's Michelle at now, Mark?
but
Where's she
but like smashing the car window and then like bleeding and then just being like I'm fine. I'm like that's
I'm pretty sure that hurt, and he just blew it off.
yeah. And not to mention he kind of buried two guys, which evidently WWE thought they were buried.
They
since,
literally
since,
got buried.
since they got fucking released, and AJ Styles literally got buried.
Which I think he's fine. I mean, it didn't hurt him. I don't think that bad. I've seen worse buried than that.
So I wonder when he comes back, what's going to be his new gimmick because he can't do the OC no more.
It's going to be the one-man band revived.
Oh God.
Okay.
The one-man OC.
Oh, I didn't mention Heath Slater got released too.
Do what?
I didn't even mention Heath Slater got released, but now
But he has kids.
Nobody gives a shit about his kids.
Oh my God, it's actually kind of funny though. So obviously, hey, he had that "I Got Kids" T-shirt.
Yeah.
On Pro Wrestling Tees, he pretty much has the same shirt, but he just like put tape over the kids and just put "fired." So it's just "I got fired."
Oh, God. At least he's taking it well.
But I mean, something like Cody pretty much said he wants Zack Ryder immediately. He actually said, I don't know if he's kayfabing it, but Cody said he doesn't want to hire Heath Slater.
I mean, he was all right, but he wasn't like putting asses in seats. No offense to the guy.
Yeah, again, he's a good promo, and he's like a good like he's a good talent to get somebody else over. It's like he's so. I mean, I was thinking to pay top dollar for him, but I don't know.
Surprised he stuck around as long as he did.
Again, it's kind of weird for Cody just to be like, yeah, no, not interested in him. So either like they didn't like each other in the past, or he's kind of kayfabing. He probably already signed him. That's kind of like my two. More likely kayfabing him. So I would imagine Heath Slater's already got signed.
Who the hell knows, man? Who the hell knows?
But I've been rambling on for a while. Let's do some Money in the Bank.
Yeah, you're getting sidetracked, bro.
It's only like 5 matches, so we can be pretty fast with this.
I'll be honest, I don't really give a shit except about the Money in the Bank match.
Okay, well, we'll get in. SmackDown Women's Championship. This is on WWE.com. I'm sure more matches are gonna get announced literally as we speak. But whatever.
It's gonna be weird because they've already filmed it, right?
I know they definitely did the actual ladder matches for sure. I don't know if they filmed everything.
Well, here's the thing. Supposedly, for what I heard, that the ladder match alone is getting the cinematic treatment like the Boneyard match. So I heard that basically it was a lot of cutting and editing and redoing spots. So they're trying to do they're trying to
It's a
film like a
YouTube
movie.
video.
I don't know.
It's a high budget YouTube video.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either because that's kind of annoying. Like I know wrestling's all about
I heard-
spots and choreography, but you
Yeah.
have to make one movie now. Come
Yeah,
on.
I heard something too that they were going to be doing like the same, like both matches at the same time too. There's throwing,
Yeah, simultaneously. How the hell's that going?
so they're throwing everybody down there and just going, "Good luck."
I'll be honest, man. I think it's probably the best idea to have it on the rooftops, awkwardly quiet, like the arena. Like it actually makes sense.
I said, I hope it didn't fucking rain on them.
We'll find out next Sunday, man. But carry on.
That'd be fucking awkward. About like fucking grabbing a lightning strike.
Everyone's like busting their ass in the ring and sliding across the ring. Fucking ladder gives up, and falls over, and everybody just comes tumbling down. Match is a draw. Ring wins.
Well, I heard something too. They're trying to do like a stupidly insane spot, which makes no sense either. Like it's something like I didn't watch a video on it, but it's something like they want somebody to like You know how fucking Corbin like knocked the lights off that fucking stand thing, and it was fake as hell before Mania.
No, I don't. Let's not even go there.
They pretty much, well, I mentioned that because they pretty much want to do that like off the fucking like off the top of headquarters.
They're trying to get somebody killed.
They're literally gonna fucking murder somebody in a spot and be like, "Oh, they're back next week."
Ain't another incident on a pay per view if my dog's live on pay per view again. Come on,
Be the fucking.
you don't need none of that.
But anyway, we'll get into predictions. Who's gonna win? SmackDown Women's Championship match first. Bailey versus Tamina. Just don't let it be Tamina. That's all I have to say.
I don't really give a fuck, honestly, either way.
Yeah, I'll take.
You know Bailey's gonna win because you know they're trying to build her and Sasha Banks and stuff.
Yeah, I think they're doing Bailey for Sasha at SummerSlam, which I am
It's
definitely.
been there for months. It's obvious.
I'm definitely down for that. So I'm going Bailey, and no offense to Tamina, just
Why the hell is she even trying to push her anyway?
I don't know. They're randomly
Getting the Apollo Crews treatment.
they randomly just get a thing for her, and then she probably won't be back on TV for fucking 2 years after this.
I'm
So.
surprised they just didn't cut her. I mean, they barely do anything with her as it is.
Well, those kind of people
She's a bona fide jobber. The only reason why she's around because she's got the snooking. They put her like a fucking jobber.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if they like doing that. Be like, if they're worried about like discriminating because like, you're Snickers kid, and I was honestly.
Man, who fucking knows. They don't do anything with her. I'm surprised they even. I mean, it goes back to the releases. They made no sense. They kept people around they shouldn't be keeping. Vice versa. I'll leave it at that.
That's a little weird. I just realized too. While looking at this card, there's no Raw Women's Championship match, at least as of right now. Becky's not on the card.
Man, who fucking knows where their thought process?
Good. The less women, the better.
Oh my god.
And he's back.
And the sexist is back. That's your gimmick. That's his gimmick. Bro. The sexist.
Oh my god.
Go
Okay.
Kim
My
immediately.
wrestling name, the sexist.
You're gonna be like you. I feel like you got a manager role. You just got more of like a mouthpiece thing going on,
Yeah,
like a
well,
Paul.
I wouldn't
Heyman.
mind being a manager. I'd be a Paul Heyman.
Yeah, except your whole promo is gonna be like trashing women, but that's besides the point.
No mixed tag team matches.
it was just
Yeah, no more of that.
it's just inevitable if you were to WWE just for Becky Lynch just to slap the fucking shit out of you, just because she's.
I don't get minded at all.
I would probably let her.
hit me harder.
Oh God, where's Seth at now,
We gotta sell this.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on.
huh? Do you slap Seth that hard?
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, moving on.
It's Braun versus Bray for the Universal title. So
That actually, I think I can see that actually working and making sense. But I'll be honest, I think they're gonna put it back on Bray.
That's
they
the
don't. They
thing.
don't want Braun. They don't want Braun to have that.
because
title.
they did everything just to get Roman cheered, and then they threw it on Braun because they wanted to go for Goldberg because Goldberg literally fucked up the whole thing because
Braun's pushes came and gone, man, a long time ago. Not them against it, but you know damn well they don't want to hold that.
this is all Goldberg's fault because he wanted to fucking win the title off the Fiend because he's a fucking hero to some fucking kids that are all in their fucking 30s.
I don't want to fucking hear that bullshit.
And now,
Mhm.
and
Braun's time was been come and gone. They fucked it up. Now they threw it on the belt because they thought Roman would be back. Now Roman's not coming back, so they're just gonna hot potato it and toss it back to Bray. End of story.
which is just a fucking ginormous waste of time. Because I can also picture, because Bray just beat Cena in that fucking crazy in the Fire.
But he won't. He won't. Is he gonna wrestle as the Fiend? Or is he gonna wrestle as Bray Wyatt? That's
It's
the question.
advertised as Bray Wyatt, so if he's just Bray, that might be the
Which
excuse.
is kind of weird because he's been using Firefly Funhouse promos on Braun.
Yeah, because this is pre-taped, like you're saying it is, and they're probably gonna do like another Funhouse match.
So basically, we're gonna have like Miz and Wyatt kind of match all over again, which is just awkward as hell.
That's what I'm like. Is it gonna be then? Because if it's Bray, I can see Braun winning.
Yeah, because he's a big motherfucker. I mean, but obviously it doesn't matter if he's the Fiend either. They've already ruined the character with Goldberg, so he's basically beatable.
And yeah, because Goldberg beat the Fiend, and then Strowman beat Goldberg. So in theory,
I don't know, man. That match can go either way. Either way, I just don't see him keeping on Braun that long.
I'm gonna go Bray. Because again, he just beat Cena. There's actually a storyline with Braun, so like the thing that they kind of did with Goldberg was like Goldberg wasn't intimidated at all. And with this, like, Bray's definitely in bronze head, so I can definitely see him just using the sheep mask or something.
I was gonna say the sheep mask has been like the main
Something
antagonist.
stupid like that, and probably just so. I'm gonna go Bray. Who do you got, Austin? Or do you not even care?
I just had an idea, but I was thinking like, since they made the Fiend lose, what if they let Bray win and like how to create this the Fiend versus Bray thing?
Oh my god,
No,
that'd be kind of,
I'll take
Okay.
Bray. Screw it.
I'd be very. You're interested in them doing that, but
now they got all the time in the world doing all the cinematic bullshit.
I mean,
so-
if they can tape it like that, why not?
yeah, but it's like there's nobody to get them both live to do moves. Like,
Sure they can. Just use 2K20s.
I just don't want fucking like a Kane versus Kane like back in 06 or whatever. Oh, that was awful.
Oh yes.
Dude, they've done a ton of those Kane versus Kane matches on Undertaker versus Undertaker for like the last like 20 years.
But
It's an imposter match, is what we'll call it.
we'll move on from that because that shit is. I'm very curious what they're gonna do with that.
It's a good idea, Austin. I actually have to say that.
That's interesting. It'd be interesting, especially during this, because I heard they're trying. At least in Florida, they're trying to let crowds back in. I heard something about that because the governor now, since fucking Lincoln McMahon gave him money, he's been having a hard on for wrestling. So he's been trying to.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
hell, Georgia's
understand
open.
it's essential, honestly.
The whole state of Georgia's open.
They're fucking insane.
Yeah,
Them and Texas, I think, are the only, like the only like 5 states that are open.
yeah. I know Florida is definitely partially because the person saying I think they're allowing like 1,000 people. So they're probably WWE's probably gonna start filling up the Performance Center soon. I'm sure AEW is gonna be on it too, which I know I'm kind of at least definitely me and Tarek sometimes seem to be AEW bias, but there should be no live crowds. Period. They should be doing pre-tape shows. I know AEW is starting to do live as well. I went off on WWE for doing it, so I'm not gonna give AEW a pass. That's bullshit. Keep them at home as much as possible. Don't bring fucking crowds in at this point because this shit's not over. And if they're taking it so fucking seriously that the world's ending, then don't be fucking retarded. Then
They're talking about opening up the mall next week. You know that, right?
what's up?
They're talking about opening up the mall back next week.
I'll be fucking pissed if they're talking about opening up all this shit back up now, or right before the fucking show that I'm supposed to go to in 2 weeks. Like I
Man,
can't.
I'm not going to get into that political stuff tonight because I'll go on like a 2-hour rant. So we'll leave it at that.
Motherfucker, man. I'm gonna be pissed off now. You know, so the hell I had to go through to get those tickets, them to fucking get the flight and the hotel booked, then to get all that shit canceled, and I still haven't gotten a fucking email about my free flight.
Salty about that, aren't you?
Damn fucking I'm salty.
Eat a Snickers, Thomas. You're turning into a diva.
Motherfucker.
Let's
Moving
move on to the next match, sir.
Alright. WWE Championship, Drew versus Seth. Quickly,
I don't
Austin.
really care
quick-
about that one, to be honest.
Quickly, Austin. Drew beat Brock clean at the main event of WrestleMania.
Uh-huh.
Eat your fucking heart out, number one. Number two,
You knew that was going to fucking happen, even though it was an awkward match.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
yeah. But have you liked Drew as champion so far? Or you
No. Hey,
You know what he's going to damn well say. Come on.
Hmm. Well, how do you feel? Because actually,
I think Jinder Mahal had a better run.
Oh, my God.
I said it.
yeah, no, now we all know we all know you're full of shit now. Speaking of Jinder, because he just came back from injury last week, and all signs are pointing to that he's next. My prediction
I
is
wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
because
Do you mean by he's next by Goldberg's gonna like spear him 7 times? Or?
no, like he's.
Oh.
My prediction is that Drew's gonna win. He seems to be the next one to go for the title
It's going to be
Oh.
a 3-B basically feud.
Oh.
because they literally like when he came back last week, they literally announced him as the former WWE champion,
Yeah.
which never fucking happens ever.
Oh, dude, by the time I get to the ring, you'll still be reading off everybody's accolades if you did that.
Yeah, imagine doing that for fucking John Cena every time.
Or fucking like Ric Flair or somebody like that. It would be like fucking like a 20-minute introduction.
Yes, Ric Flair. The
Can you
four.
imagine the Undertaker's introduction? How long it takes him to get to the ring?
Oh, yeah, that would perfect. That'd be perfect. I
Thought the
mean,
fucking-
as soon as he walks to the ring, I mean, they can cover all his accolades.
Yeah, how the fuck? They'll probably have to pad some stats too.
Yeah.
Like fuck, what else is he? Um,
He won May 2nd, 1997. Be crazy.
he won his Survivor Series debut in a mixed tag team match with all of these participants in this list.
In 1993, and then like fucking like 30 minutes later, they ain't even got back to. They didn't even cover like 1998 yet in like 30 minutes.
Oh thank God! Oh thank God he fucking made it.
And we'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's so far 1994.
we'll save the rest for next time. Stay tuned. But
By the way, real quick, you know they're doing that documentary after Money in the Bank, right?
what Taker's
Well,
last ride thing?
Yeah, the last ride documentary.
I really hope he doesn't retire off of that. I'd be pretty.
I don't think so, man. I think they just like to fuck with everybody.
I mean, they've been fucking with everybody for like the last 5 years, which I don't know if it's really WWE doing it or fucking just Taker just randomly getting the itch back. Because I thought he was done after the Roman match, and he was just like
That'd probably been the more perfect ending, honestly. The way he ended it.
yeah, when he putting all this shit in the ring and all that, like it was symbolic. I mean, it wasn't a really good match, to be honest.
No, that was a terrible match. It was an embarrassment.
But anyway,
that's getting off
yeah,
topic.
we're getting sidetracked. So I'm predicting Drew's gonna win. Who do you got, guys?
I don't give a fuck, but more like it's probably gonna be McIntyre probably.
Yeah.
Wow, fucking this hate.
Monday Night Messiah.
Wow, you're really going Rollins?
You know
Yeah.
damn well he was, man.
I mean, I know like you probably want Rollins to win, but it's
Man, I mean, his title run. He's had enough title runs. It's not like he was that great at it anyway.
I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. I like Rollins like right now. AJ Styles was like before AJ Styles came in. Rollins was probably my favorite, but ever since AJ Styles was there, AJ Styles has been like my favorite wrestler to watch.
yeah.
And now that he's gone, I'm kind of like transitioning back to Rollins until he comes back. So
Oh,
I don't know, man. After he started talking shit and being like a douchebag and like fucking social media, I don't really care too much for that guy. Point.
I
Who,
get
Rollins?
Rollins is a great
Yeah,
wrestler,
Rollins,
but yeah, no, he's an asshole, and he's
um,
problem is that you can love the job you work at, but he's just so biased and just like
Oh, dude, he defends that company. He holds them to like a high. He holds a candle to that fucking.
like
company.
even for all the releases, he was saying, "Well, it sucks, but some people had to go." And we're like, "Oh yeah, you talk shit because it wasn't you on the list."
He kisses WWE's ass like majorly, but I know why I can't blame him. If you want to keep your fucking job.
well, I mean, so did
Money,
John
I'll probably
Cena
do the
for
same damn thing.
like 20 years.
Yeah, but Cena also didn't start shit with people on Twitter because God forbid they have their opinion.
Rollins
He's
is like,
basically
you
the
want to buy a
Donald-
ticket next week? Sit front row. Bring your ass in the ring.
Rollins is basically the Donald Trump of like Twitter, basically when it comes to pro wrestling. He's just like he starts just.
That's on the toilet. Sweet random shit.
These guys are being so mean to me.
I need a spray tan.
And then talking shit to Will Ospreay and tell you for saying he made more money than him, so Will's opinion's irrelevant.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that because I'll go on another fucking rant if we have to discuss that.
Yeah. So Rollins a good wrestler, and I've been liking his heel character, but yeah, no. Hopefully, you guys can go and check. He was kind of a douchebag last year, but
Yeah, post a comment, guys. Do you think he deserves Becky? Yes or no?
I don't think I ever showed you that.
What's that?
A couple weeks ago, I sent out to somebody. It was like an Instagram post to some guy.
Oh, you thought about that. Remember one of her exes, like UFC fight, right?
I don't think it was a UFC fighter. It was some ex, but like some guy was just saying like he can't watch it now because
Yeah, he's like some whiny little bitch.
well, the guy did sound like a bit of a whiny bitch, but it's like whatever. You don't want to watch it anymore. That's your thing. What I found funny was the Instagram post from the guy. Literally, like I'm gonna see if I can find it on my phone because I took a screenshot of it because it was fucking hilarious. Give me 1 second.
Haha.
You're getting sidetracked, aren't you?
I don't think I didn't show this to Austin, so he needs to see this.
Well, y'all two exchange numbers for God's sakes. Goddamn.
I have his number. Did I not screenshot it? I thought I did.
Oh,
There it is.
Oh.
So, this guy on Instagram, something about like it's. I guess the guy's name was Jeff Dye that dated Becky Lynch, and he can't really watch it anymore because
Uh-huh.
it's hard for him to watch his ex be like the fucking hottest thing in the company.
It's not the only thing. It's like, yeah, go ahead.
But anyway, this guy said on Instagram after he said this, he said, "I have a feeling this guy wants Kobe Lopez, aka Seth Rollins, to kill him or something. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Bitch, just jealous. Becky has a better life and has more fame. I swear," which he spelled swear wrong, "to God, if I ever see this bitch in my life, I will beat the shit out of him. Fuck this asshole who broke up with Becky Lynch, thinks he can say and do whatever the hell he wants. To actually fuck him, fuck you. Bitch, motherfucking asshole, burn in hell. You were lucky enough to be with her. You didn't even deserve to be with her. If you're saying," which you did not use the right yours, R.E., my friend, R.E. "You're saying she ruined wrestling for you, or whenever you see wrestling you think of her. Bitch, you still have feelings for her. Don't mess with her because she has a whole army by her side. She can kick your ass with one little slap, so shit up."
So shit up. What the fuck?
And
Tommy?
and Becky, I love you. That's what he ended with.
So much negativity in that letter.
So the guy tweeting that said, "Becky, I love you."
No, the guy that it was an Instagram post. After we went over the rant, he just like whispered, "Becky, I love you," pretty much.
So Seth and Becky have broke up.
No.
No, this is like a previous guy.
Yeah, this guy and pretty much said that Seth Rollins gonna kill him, and then this guy pretty much said he's gonna fucking kill this guy. He's a bitch motherfucker. A lot of poor grammar, my friend. Just putting that out there. Number
Yeah, I love
one.
when people talk shit and they don't fucking proofread and they sound like a bigger fucking idiot.
It's like autocorrect doesn't work now.
Like, yeah, the little blue line comes up. You fucked up somewhere, my friend. But
Can you imagine just why is it when people talk shit to somebody, whether it's a text message or whatever, they don't fucking proofread? It's like even a bigger fucking idiot.
But just put it in the webcam real fast. Like, it's legit.
I'm going to get you with a
someone actually said that, bro. Just saying, like, you can be a fan of somebody, but get a fucking life, my friend. She doesn't care. She's not gonna respond. She's not gonna feel like she's not gonna feel flattered. She's probably gonna get a restraining order, to be honest, because you're fucking psychotic. Just putting it out there.
Can you imagine my shit talking and proofreading their stuff? It's like,
Yeah,
what's a gun? A gun. You know, a gun. You mean a gun? That's what I said. Get a gun.
oh my god.
Spell that G-U-M-P. Oh, damn it.
It sounds like fucking like the Family Guy Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Whip. No, cool whip. No, cool whip. Cool whip.
Why are you gonna say in the A's? So number one, yeah, guy, fucking go back to school, get your grammar check. Number two, stop jerking off to the fucking posters on your wall, and probably go see a fucking therapist if you have problems.
And number three, let's not get sidetracked. Let's go on to the next card, shall we?
Sorry about the chandeliers. Anyway,
I don't have to go to fucking work tomorrow, Thomas.
well, sorry, I'm on fucking vacation.
Yeah, motherfucker, hurry up here. Huh?
All right, the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matchers. We already kind of talked about it. They're climbing the corporate ladder, which I hear that again, I'm gonna fucking scream.
It's kind of funny, right? That's basically want to keep your job. You got to reach that brass ring.
Yeah, and they're also going to be starting from the bottom of WWE headquarters, which so unfortunately the move got fucking canceled or got postponed because of this by 6 months, but they couldn't keep people's jobs. Sorry, just anyway.
I kind of call it like Die Hard, basically. It's like a Die Hard movie.
Yeah, they're pretty much die-harding up to the top to get the fucking briefcase, which apparently is happening at the same time. So, real quick, the participants in the women's match: Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Asuka, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. So, we're going to say who do you think's going to win that one?
Well, I'd like to see Asuka redeem herself. I highly doubt they can give it to Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler's kind of hit or miss. So I'm going to say Asuka just for giggles.
Yeah, I'm between Shayna and Asuka because Nia Jax literally been bad.
Well, after WrestleMania, man, I mean, that was just a really awkward match, and the finish was botched.
They fucked Shayna up bad. So I kind of feel like It's not really in her character though to like have that kind of thing. I don't know, but Nia Jax only comes back for 2 weeks and already fucking fucked up Kairi Sane.
You got a lot of heat, man. So I like I said, I see Asuka probably has a chance to get out.
I know he's really high on Asuka right now. I know Vince is really high on Asuka, so if it's his call, then it's definitely gonna be Asuka. It's definitely Asuka or Dana. I'm probably gonna go Asuka as well, or not
Man, they're
not Dana.
They're not gonna give Dana Brooke.
Not Dana. Shayna. Sorry, Shayna. It's Baszler or Asuka, but I'm gonna say Asuka. Who do you got, Austin?
I'll take Shayna.
Yeah, so it's definitely one of those two. And then, in the men's match, as of right now, it's Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Otis, and then it was Apollo Crews, who was getting a push, and then he got taken. Not only did he get injured, quote unquote, out of an U.S. title match and couldn't finish the match, he got pulled to the Money in the Bank match. So there's still one more spot to be filled. So who's your prediction? Who's going to win?
Honestly, if I like to pick, I'm going to say Aleister Black, but I don't know how's that happening.
Because I really want to see an Aleister Black Drew McIntyre match. I really do.
Well, I'm saying Aleister Black. I mean, I don't know if this persona is a heel, but I'm not a heel. But one of those personas they're going to make him that more lively interaction with the crowd if he gets the briefcase.
I mean, I really don't see. I mean, Daniel Bryan's always a reliable hand to get it, but
I mean, it's like he needs it.
No, I mean he can get a title match whenever he wants.
Exactly.
But King Corbin, I never want to see that shit again. That shit was awful when he had it last time.
Good Lord, can you hear that? Money in the Bank / King Corbin, Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. King Corbin. Who the fuck knows?
The only person one of the few people to actually lose the match too.
I'm married to say it. Corbin's just booked badly, but we'll leave that argument for another day.
Ray, I didn't even know he was going to be in the match, honestly. I thought he was quarantining.
I don't know. His contract's about up anyway, from what I heard through the grapevine.
He doesn't really need it. And Otis is going to get cost. He's not going to win the match because it's Dolph Ziggler. So I
don't think that ladder could really support his weight. He's a big boy.
It's pretty much... Sure, fair enough. So it's pretty much Aleister Black or whoever the random person is. Do you have any idea who you think the random person's going to be?
Probably Lesnar's going to come in.
I know, it's going to be fucking Brock. It's going to be Brock. Cena. Oh, God. That's, yeah.
What do you say?
John Cena.
Oh, good. No, I see Lesnar coming back and doing the same shit he did last year.
I would really hope they don't fucking pull that shit again.
I'm not going to bet money, but I wouldn't put it past that company.
I would be fucking pissed.
Thomas, you know that company's full of boneheaded ideas, so don't be surprised.
I know. I mean, it could be the hacker too. They could be putting the hacker guy in.
Yeah, who is that guy? It's almost like the Raw GM Part 2, but.
Because people haven't decrypting the voice, and so far they got 3 people that's been saying. It's been Ali, which everyone thought it was Ali.
I thought it was Ali too.
It's been Shorty G or Chad Gable. Hopefully, I hope the guy. I hope the guy is not Shorty G anymore. And surprisingly, it's also been Xavier Woods.
Ooh,
that'd be interesting.
So I can picture one of them being in it, and then I can't really picture the hacker character getting a push right away. So my official prediction is Aleister Black.
Yeah, it took you that long just to say Aleister Black, huh?
Well, processing elimination. Shut up. Yeah, there's explanation to this. You got to justify your reason.
No, it's WWE. You don't have to justify anything. You just have to be boneheaded and just go with it.
Well, if it's WWE, then I should say Corbin because they like bald people. I guess I don't know.
Well, hell, I might just have Vince go there and get the briefcase. Fired half the goddamn roster anyway.
Anyway, who's your prediction, Austin?
Who'd you say was in the match again?
Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Otis, and then another person to be named, which we don't know yet.
I'll take the person to be named.
Oh boy.
It could be a referee. It could be Perry Saturn's mop for all we know.
Actually, I hope to God it's not Brock again. But
JBL's will make a return.
Oh, good God.
It's gonna
I think he's done.
It's gonna be one of 3 people. It's gonna be either Brock again because this fucking place hates us. It's gonna be the hacker character, or it's gonna be Jinder.
Ooh.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Which, if it's Jinder, I can definitely see him winning. But I feel like they're building more towards him just getting a shot against Drew than him having the briefcase. Because I don't think they can afford another case of the briefcase holder like not winning the match.
So I have a question about the briefcase itself.
What's that?
There's a Raw and a SmackDown briefcase, correct?
There's a men's and a women's.
Oh, okay. So there's no. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's not brand.
Well, it used to be brand split.
Yeah, it used to be brand
briefcases,
split.
I was
But-
gonna say, if it was brand split, could like the Raw, whoever wins the Raw brand, go and take the SmackDown or get a chance at the SmackDown belt?
Yeah, the winner of the case can go after either title.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So like, I don't know. I don't think they're restricting it to you have to go after your brand title. I think they can go after. So like, if Daniel Bryan won, he can go against Drew if he wanted to, in theory. You know, he's in SmackDown, which I'd be totally down for that. By the way, just saying. But anyway, I think we covered about everything.
I'd say so.
All right, Ashley, you can go to bed now.
Yeah, shut up.
What? Well, there we go. That's it. Any final words? Speak now or forever hold your.
No, it's kind of odd for them to do this pay per view in the middle of May. It's just usually something we don't see till like June. It's kind of strange.
Well, I think they said they were cutting back on pay per views, especially now. They're definitely cutting back now for sure with everything going on.
That, and in fact, it's on Mother's Day. It's even more kind of strange.
Well, it is what it is. But any final words, Austin?
No, I'm gonna hold my peace.
Fair enough. But we appreciate you guys tuning in and listening or watching. And we want to rather listen to it on podcast. I should have it up tomorrow. So look forward to it then. But for now, we must we're out of here. So we appreciate you guys tuning
Leave
in.
some comments below, goddammit. Interact some.
Yeah, please. Feel free, which I'm doing on YouTube. You guys can enter some comments below to actually help us give us some topics to talk about. Because it's kind of hard just to kind of just shoot off the hip and just keep going for like. We've tried to at least get to 45 minutes per episode. And so we'd appreciate it if you guys have some topics, and also feel free to ever show up in the live chat and interact a little bit so we can start bullshitting about some stuff. But for now, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will catch you guys hopefully very soon. Stay safe as always, and have a good night, guys.